I just wanted to share and document my challenge lock making experience. I've kind of already got it packed up, so I'm just going to share some pictures of the lock and talk about the features in there and how they work, why they're there, uh, and kind of go into how to make some of these features. So here's a quick view of the pinning. I'll kind of let some of the features, some of them I think speak for themselves, but I'll talk about them. Starting with the tapers. So what do I have here? Well, basically what I've done is cut wedges in. So the idea is like as you're picking this, those tapers are gonna bind, but as you pick the tapers up, the other tapers are gonna engage with the core faster. So it's not just like setting a pin, it's like you have to set your way up the taper. Also created something somewhat resembling a gin, and the idea there is like, and I'm not going to say that it works perfectly, but it does snag up in there somewhat. It doesn't lock in as much as I would have liked, but with the tooling I was working with today, this was about the best I could do. And what I did is I just took a little engraver and I just held that core at an angle and went straight down into the edges and just did what I could to try to replicate a counter milling to match that gin-like pin. I think I needed it to get a little bit closer to the edge to really work out perfectly, but it does engage. It just doesn't engage to the level of depth that I was hoping. Next is this overmilling. So the top of this driver pin is somewhat burr-like, and you can see kind of how it would catch on those on that overmilling there. And the idea there is like as you're setting that pin for the first time, it should snag up in that milling and make pushing it in somewhat of a challenge. And the key pins. So most of the key pins are like so 1 and 3. What I did there is I did a bit of a taper on those, and the idea there is like as you're testing, it makes it really easy to set those into the shear line, which would potentially cause an overset and hold up. Someone would have to reset or skillfully drop those. On 2 and 4, I did put a bit of a serration in there, so serrated key pin, also different than a tapered key pin, but still somewhat difficult to. If you do overset that, it can be difficult to detect and difficult to get out of. And on 5, it's just a standard key pin. So the way I made these, basically I just put the key pin and driver pins into a Dremel cullet in my Dremel, and spun them and just took a file, took some old abrasive cutting wheels that outlived their life, and just kind of held them on there and carefully shaped the pins to how I wanted them to look. And for the milling on the core, that was mostly just an engraving bit on the Dremel and just carefully getting in there and cutting in. So it's really important. I almost had one of these go flying, so make sure you're wearing some safety glasses. Make sure you're wearing a mask. There's going to be little brass flakes going everywhere. You don't want to breathe those. You don't want those in your eyes, and you definitely don't want a key pin that wasn't secured nicely in the Dremel going into your eyes or into your face or really at you at all. But if it does, make sure you're wearing something to keep yourself safe. Anyways, I might do a full challenge lock making video for the next challenge lock I make, but for now, just going to share the documentation of this challenge lock. So hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching.